Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, with phones giving us access to immediate answers, how can parents help their kids think more critically? Here to share his insights and tips, we welcome back the author of Staying Connected with Your Teen, family therapist Yshai Boussi. Good to see you again. We do live in an immediate gratification world now. I mean, everything is at our fingertips. We don't have to do much.
Right, right. Increasingly so.
Yeah.
And it's a double-edged sword. There are ways that we benefit from this, and there are ways that there are some real drawbacks, especially for young people.
And you think that parents really need to understand that, yes, the answers are just at the tip of their finger on their phone.
Right, right. So there's a term that's often used called friction. Okay. Friction is what we, like us having to walk to the store if we wanted to get a soda.
Right.
Friction is going to the video store if we want to get a movie, right? When we're young, you know, back when they had those video stores.
Yeah, Blockbusters,
now, yeah, right? And so we have an increasingly frictionless society. Technology is making things easy, quick now. We can stream things. I want to watch a movie, I can get it right now. People want to get my book, they can have it in their hands right now online. Things are easy and quick, more and more so. And this is true. So young people, this is all they know. And so they are potentially getting messages that they should have what they want when they want it right now.
Right. So there's no really a lack of patience, right? A lack of tolerance.
Those
a lack
skills
of
are
patience.
eroding.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so the ability to wait, the ability to delay gratification, to tolerate a little bit of stress to get what I want, to kind of work through it, has a potential to really erode in young people.
So what do you suggest? Because when you talk about building on the benefits and opportunities, though, so not ignoring like technology and AI and all of that, but building on it.
Right, of course. So some of these things are wonderful tools. There are opportunities for us to save time and use our time differently.
Right.
But how are they using their time? So, for example, maybe you have a little more time because you don't have to go to the store to get this video or this movie, or you can stream this song. But we also need to make sure that you're having time to sort things out, solve problems, think critically about things, maybe you have more time to get some exercise, to get outside, to spend with a friend that you wouldn't otherwise. And so we want to make sure we're giving kids opportunities to wrestle with information, to tolerate a little bit of discomfort and stress. Even if they don't have to, we need to set them up and make sure they're getting opportunities to experience some stress, to experience some uncertainty.
I would think that's a lot to do with what you model. You know, if you're always ordering something or dinner is always right at your door, maybe you need to model that. You need to model that. Now let's go to the store and get things and come back. Right?
Absolutely. And we have to go out of our way nowadays to give them, like, I could get my groceries delivered, and maybe that's something I might do if I was by myself. But for my child, they need to see me, like you're saying, go to the store, bring them with me.
Yeah.
Look for the item. Think about what's on sale, what's not. Oh, now I got to go there. Oh, I forgot that item. I got to go back. We got to wait in this long line to check out.
Okay.
We got to make sure we're giving kids experiences like that, even though we don't necessarily have to.
Right. You also say it's really important to discuss the drawbacks and dilemmas, like with AI.
Yeah. So the drawback, there are some benefits to it, but there are some drawbacks and dilemmas, which is answers come really quick and really easy. So that can erode. There's a term called cognitive offloading, which means that like all the things that we don't have to think about, like I don't know my kids' phone numbers because they're in my contacts, right? I don't have to think about their phone number.
Right.
I don't have to think about how to get places because I have GPS.
Right.
Right. So that's like it.
Thank goodness for GPS. I just have to say.
GPS.
Thank goodness. When you're directionally challenged.
So helpful for my marriage when we're driving.
So helpful.
So helpful. Thank you, GPS.
Yeah. But
I don't have to think it.
You don't have to
through.
think. But sometimes, like AI can give you an answer, and it can be wrong.
It can be wrong.
Right.
So we need to make sure they're learning about sources, that they're learning about where did I get this information? Who's it from? Where does this algorithm how can I influence this algorithm and not have it control me?
Right. What if this video isn't real? You don't know that that it could be a fake.
That's right, right. So that's where critical thinking comes in, is we need to make sure we're helping our kids think through these realities. is this credible? Is this not credible? Just because AI tells me something, they're just getting information from other people's content.
Right.
So that doesn't mean it's actually true. So we still need to make sure, like, don't just take that at face value. Think about that. Where did they get that? And then ethical issues that young people are having to, like, we could have AI just write a paper for us.
Right.
Teenagers do that all the time. I could go into AI and say, give me tips about cognitive skills in teenagers for this presentation I'm giving, and just repeat to you what those tips are. But that erodes about the necessity of thinking through, like, what do I think? Where does that come from? Is there evidence there, right?
So do you, because your kids are old enough to understand this, do you ask them questions about what they think about certain things and ask them to think about it critically?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's this side of this issue. Here's this other side. What do you think? Where do you get that information? Who do you listen to? What do you think about that person versus this person? Having those conversations, and there aren't always answers.
Right.
Now, the hard thing about as a parent is we got to sometimes get ourselves out of the way because we want to solve problems. It's very intuitive to, like, tell them that is wrong. Don't listen to that person.
Right.
So we need to step back and think, what do you think about that person? Are you willing to hear another perspective? Can we just have a conversation without you getting defensive?
Right.
And maybe we disagree, but can you just hear me out?
Right.
And I want to hear you out. There's another perspective, and we need to, like, step back and facilitate. That's how we facilitate critical thinking, is what do you think about that? There's another perspective. What are your thoughts about that? Where does that come from?
Right.
And not just fix it, because we often will just fix it because we know.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do, but it's not about the answer or the outcome. Like, technology is focused on outcome.
Sure.
The grade. How many points did we get? What are the ratings? How many likes did I get? Outcome, outcome, outcome. We want to step back and really help our kids think about the process. What was that like doing it? What did you learn? What was interesting? What did you like about it? What did you not like? How can you improve?
Awesome. All really good tips. Thank you. Thank you, Yshai.
Yeah, my pleasure.
All right, we'll be staying connected with your teen, Yshai Boussi. We'll be right back with more AM Northwest